If you've been following along with me in this chapter, you should now be feeling quite comfortable working with layers here in CorelDRAW X4. We created some layers, reordered them, talked about the advantages, adjusted properties to make use of those advantages, and now it's time to take it a step further and talk about master layers. And all a master layer is a new layer on the master page. Whenever you need to repeat certain content across multiple pages in a file, well, if you do it on the master, you only have to do it once, and it appears on every page. So let's do that now. We're still working with our gift certificate file from the last couple of lessons. So if you've skipped to this lesson, you need to get caught up and you've got the exercise files. Go to the Lesson 7 folder, open up GoCertificate3.cdr, and you'll have what I have. It's a 2-page document. Page 2 doesn't have anything on it quite yet. We'll go back to page 1. We need the Object Manager opened up, so click on the tab over here, or if you don't have that tab, you can go up to your Tools menu and click on Object Manager there. And over here on the right, we are in what we call our Layer Manager view, and you can see the different pages, page 1 and 2, as well as that master page. There's a couple different ways to create master layers, or layers on the master page. One way is to take an existing layer and turn it into a master. So in our scenario where we're creating gift certificates and we want to create multiple gift certificates with different denominations, it's important that we have a consistent look. So maybe the background that we see here on page 1 should be the background for page 2 and any other new page we add. So in that case, we can go up to page 1 here. We do have a background layer, and if I right click on it, look at that. Master's available right there, and when I click on it, all that happens is that background layer just got moved to my master page. And that means now if I go to page 2, check it out, I've got a new background. If I add a new page by clicking the plus sign here just after 2 of 2 to add a third page, same background, perfect. I'm going to go back to page 1 and make sure that I'm viewing the contents of page 1 here. So I've got a new background, and anything I put on that background layer here in my master page will appear on every page. But you can also create another master if you wanted to, another master layer, and there is a different way to do that as well. If we go down to the bottom, we've already used the new layer button. Now we're going to go just right of that and click the new master layer button. When I do that, it's created just above my background layer. That's great. And maybe we want certain legal text to appear on every page in the same location. So I'm going to type in legal text and hit enter. I've got my new layer. It's the active layer because it's red here. So all I have to do now is create this text on the active layer and it will appear on every page. So let's do that. We'll go over to our text tool. I'm actually going to click out here on the desktop. And the desktop, by the way, is the area outside your actual page. Anything we put on the desktop will appear on every page in our document, but on the desktop. And you can see that we do have a desktop option here under our master page. So if we didn't want to print anything or see or edit anything on the desktop, we do have that option. But I'm going to type in some legal text here. Expires 1 year after date of issue. Now that text is way too big. So I'm going to go to my pick tool here. Arial 24 points shows up on my property bar. I'm going to change the point size to 8, just like that. Now it's on my master layer called legal text already, so it is going to appear on every single page. I just have to put it into the right location, which is down here. And when I release, deselect by clicking off the page, you can see I've got a master layer called legal text with some artistic text in it. That should mean if I go to page 2 now, I see expires 1 year after date of issue. If I go to page 3, got my background master as well as that text on the legal text layer in the master page. So back I go to page 1, and now I continue with pages 2 and 3 creating gift certificates of different denominations. Of course, I can borrow things from the various pages. If I go to my text layer over here on page 1, make that the active layer, deselect, and see now I can really take anything I want from this layer and copy it to any of my other pages if I needed to. Typically, though, you would create one page, and once you've got all of your layers, duplicate the page after that, but that's not always the scenario. So in this case, we might do a little bit of copying and pasting to create our additional gift certificates. But I think you've got the idea at least how to manipulate your layers as well as make use of the master layer to save you loads of time and lots of effort.